So this person right here is saying that the hardest part about AOD 9604 was the fasting part of it. She's saying that she always eats a pre-workout meal before her lift, approximately 45 minutes before she lifts, so she couldn't take AOD at that point, and that she doesn't really like to take it in the morning fasted either because she's starving, and she typically eats her breakfast 20 minutes after she takes her AOD shot. So let's go over real quick exactly why AOD 9604 only really works in a fasted state. And as always, this is not medical advice. This is for research and educational purposes only. Please always consult a doctor before you do anything. In a fasted state, your insulin levels are low and your levels of glucagon and catecholamines are actually high. Catecholamines is like an adrenaline. And when your insulin is low and your glucagon and catecholamines are high, your body promotes lipolysis, which is the breakdown of stored fat for energy for your body. And AOD 9604 enhances this process. And it enhances this process by stimulating the beta 3 cells and the adrenergic receptors that are in your adipose tissue. So when you do eat something, especially like carbohydrates or something, which you would typically do before a pre-workout meal, you're basically spiking your insulin. And when you spike your insulin, you're inhibiting the process of lipolysis. And when you inhibit the process of lipolysis, AOD 9604 is basically rendered useless. The AOD's half-life is typically somewhere around 2 to 3 hours. Some people can say it can last up to 4 hours. However, peak concentrations of AOD 9604 are between 30 minutes to an hour after you take it. Depending on what you eat, insulin levels can last anywhere from 2 to 4 hours at their peak before they actually start to drop back down. If you eat a rich carbohydrate meal, obviously insulin levels are going to spike more rapidly, but they're still going to be around 2 to 4 hours before they come down. So it's very important to take AOD in a fasted state, which is why typically people say you got to take it first thing in the morning and then do fasted cardio. Also, I see that you said that your dosing was around 150 micrograms, which is fine for a beginner's level, but you could bump that up to 200, 300 micrograms. Some reports even say you can go up to 500. But in order for AOD to actually work, you're going to have to be in a fasted state because it's not going to work when your insulin levels are spiked. And for all the gym bros that are going to go in my comments and say, AOD is trash, it's trash, don't use it. All right, listen, I know a lot of people that have used AOD 9604, including myself, and it does work. You just have to, it's very finicky, and you got to use it the correct way. And Emily, I see that you are an IFBB pro, so those last few weeks for prep, when you actually need those